My sister said the owner of a rental warehouse would look too low class beside her groom's clients, so she banned me from her wedding. She still expected my trucks, my crew, and nearly $20,000 worth of equipment to show up for her. I'm Tessa Ruiz, 34, and I own an event rental company in Tucson. 6 weeks before the wedding, my younger sister, Bianca, signed a contract for our basic package: tables, ceremony and ballroom chairs, basic lighting, delivery, setup, and pickup. The market price was about $10,500. I charged her $7,200 because she was family. I also offered to gift her our terrace package, worth about $8,600, which included lounge furniture, a modular bar, upgraded lighting, and 2 extra crew hours. 10 days before the wedding, I was at my desk in the warehouse when Bianca texted me. She said Callum had invited clients and coworkers, and my work clothes, trucks, and warehouse vibe would make her side of the family look low class. She said I was no longer invited. Then, in the next message, she reminded me that setup started early Saturday morning. I stared at her text, then at the crew schedule open beside it. My name had been removed from the guest list, but my company was still expected to work from morning until late at night. The next day, I met Bianca and our mother, Elena, at Mom's house. I asked Bianca directly whether she was really banning me while still taking the free package. She crossed her arms and said, "The crew can use the service entrance. You don't need to be in the ballroom." Mom told me not to turn a family wedding into a business dispute. Bianca said the equipment was already reserved, so charging her now would be petty. That was the moment I stopped trying to get invited. I went back to the office and sent an addendum. The paid basic package stayed exactly the same. The terrace package was no longer a gift and would require payment at the standard rate. Bianca had 3 days to pay, hire someone else, or remove it from the plan. The system showed she opened the document. She never paid. 6 days before the wedding, I removed the terrace package from the packing list and returned the crew schedule to standard hours. The resort received the updated run sheet. 3 days later, its coordinator asked Bianca whether another vendor was handling the terrace. Bianca said she was still working it out with me. She never told Callum. On the wedding morning, my crew entered through the resort service entrance and delivered every item Bianca had paid for. The ceremony lawn had chairs. The ballroom had tables, lighting, and a full setup. Nothing was pulled at the last minute. The outdoor terrace simply had no lounge furniture, modular bar, or upgraded lighting because no one had paid for them. I stayed home. The ceremony, dinner, first dance, and speeches all happened normally. I learned what happened next from a video a guest posted that night and from the short explanation Bianca gave me later. After the speeches, Callum asked when the terrace would open. Bianca told him there was a vendor delay. The resort coordinator corrected her and said the terrace package had been removed from the run sheet days earlier, and Bianca had already been notified. Callum asked why my company had removed it. Bianca admitted it had never been paid for. Then she admitted I wasn't absent because of work. She had banned me and still expected me to provide the rest for free. The clip did not capture every word, but it clearly showed Callum raising his voice near the edge of the dance floor. Bianca told him to stop making a scene and turned away. He stepped after her and slapped her once across the face in front of about 140 guests. Security reached them almost immediately. The video spread beyond the wedding guests by the next morning. I did not post it, and I did not feel satisfied watching it. Bianca had treated me terribly, but nothing she did made that slap acceptable. Callum chose violence because he was angry and embarrassed. That responsibility was his. Elena called me before the reception was even over. She wanted me to come to the resort, deal with the missing setup, and somehow calm everyone down. I asked one question first. Is Bianca safe? She was with resort staff and away from Callum. I booked Bianca a car and one night at another hotel. I did not send cash. I did not reopen the terrace package. I did not call the resort or try to manage the video. Mom said I was abandoning my sister when she needed me most. I told her, I'm helping her get somewhere safe. I'm not paying for every decision that brought us here. The next morning, our trucks returned to the warehouse. I checked the tables, chairs, and lighting back into inventory, confirmed that my crew had completed the basic package exactly as contracted, and closed Bianca's booking. Her account had always carried a note that said family courtesy. I deleted it and changed her status to standard terms. From then on, any request would require a contract, a deposit, and the same price everyone else paid. Bianca had decided I was too low class to be seen at her wedding. She no longer had the right to hide me at the service entrance while my company built the room she wanted.